There is no C drive or D drive in Linux as you would see in Windows systems. If you are new to Linux and wondering about the files and folder structures in Linux, this video is for you. Think of your computer like a big tree with lots of branches. The / directory, often called the root directory, is the base or starting point of this tree. It's like the main folder that holds everything else on your computer. Just like the roots of a tree hold it in place and connect it to the ground, the root directory holds all the files and folders on your computer and connects them together. Inside the root directory, you'll find all sorts of important folders that help your computer work properly. We'll see each of those folders one by one. Think of the bin folder as a toolbox for your computer. It holds essential tools or programs that your computer uses every day to perform basic tasks. These tools are so important that they are available to everyone who uses the computer, no matter who they are. If you're familiar with Windows, then imagine that if this directory has all the exe files in one place. Imagine your computer as a robot that needs instructions to start up. The boot directory is like a storage room where these instructions are kept. It holds important files that your computer needs when it's turning on. These files help the computer understand how to wake up and get ready to work. When you turn on your computer, the very first thing it does is look into the boot directory to find the bootloader. Once the bootloader is loaded, it follows its instructions to load the kernel and other necessary files. This whole process is similar to how a robot follows a set of instructions to wake up and start working. So, the boot directory is like a special room that holds the robot's wake-up instructions, its brain, and some getting ready stuff. Without the files in this directory, your computer wouldn't know how to start up and get ready for you to use it. Think of your computer as a big playground with lots of toys. The dev directory is like the toy storage room where all the devices and hardware toys of your computer are kept. These toys are things like your keyboard, mouse, screen, printer, and more. Inside the dev directory, you'll find special files that represent these hardware toys. Each of these files is like a magical window that lets programs on your computer talk to and use these hardware toys. When a program wants to use a device, it communicates with the special file in the dev directory that represents that device. Just like you use toys to play games, your computer uses these special files to communicate and play with its hardware toys. Programs use the files in the dev directory to interact with different devices, allowing you to type, move the mouse, see things on the screen, and do all sorts of other tasks. It's how your computer talks to its hardware and makes everything work together smoothly. Imagine your computer as a big puzzle, and the etc directory is like a treasure chest that holds all the instructions and settings for how different parts of the puzzle should fit together. These instructions help your computer's software work correctly and cooperate with each other. Remember, the etc directory contains files that are like instruction manuals for your computer and the programs on it. These instructions help everything work together and make sure your computer runs smoothly. If you need to change how something works on your computer or a specific program, you might find the settings you need in the etc directory. In a way, the etc directory is like the central control room for your Linux system, where all the important decisions about how things should run are made. Imagine your computer as a big house with different rooms. The home directory is like a special room in this house, and each person who uses the computer gets their own personal space inside this room. It's where all your personal stuff, like pictures, documents, and music, can be kept. In a way, the home directory is like your personal room in the computer's house. It's where you keep your stuff and make it your own. Just like in a real home, your home directory is a place you can customize and organize to suit your needs and preferences. Think of your computer as a library with lots of books. The lib directory is like a section of that library where important books or library files are kept. These files are essential for your computer to run programs and operate smoothly. Just as a library provides books for various people to learn from, the lib directory provides essential files for various programs to run and work together on your Linux system. The lib64 directory serves a similar purpose to the lib directory, but it's specifically designed for 64-bit versions of Linux operating systems. It contains essential library files that are required for the proper functioning of programs and the operating system itself in a 64-bit environment. Think of your computer as a big house with lots of rooms. The MNT directory is like a special storage area where you can temporarily put things that you want to use, like toys or tools. It's a place where you can attach additional storage devices, like USB drives or external hard drives, so you can access and use the information they hold. While the MNT directory is convenient for temporary usage, more permanent mounts are often placed in other directories, like media or MNT/your username. Think of your computer as a big kitchen with lots of ingredients. The op directory is like a special pantry in the kitchen where you can keep extra ingredients or special foods that you might not use every day. It's a place for optional software and programs that are not part of the core operating system. Imagine your computer as a magic mirror that shows you what it's doing right now. The proc directory is like that mirror, allowing you to see what's happening inside your computer at this very moment. It's a virtual file system that provides information about running processes, system configuration, and more. Think of your computer as a big neighborhood, and the root directory is like the house where the boss or the system administrator lives. In Linux, the root user is like the superuser with special privileges, and the root directory is their home. It's a place for system administrators to store tools, configurations, and files related to their administrative tasks. Just as a neighborhood manager needs a safe and private place to make important decisions, the root user has the root directory for managing the Linux system. Imagine your computer is like a big city with lots of tiny workers called programs who help it do different tasks. These programs sometimes need to talk to each other or share important messages while they're working. The Run folder is like a special park in the city where these programs can leave notes for each other or borrow toys for a short time. Now, this special park is a bit different from other parks because it's made of clouds that disappear when the computer restarts. So, the workers know that they can use this park only when they are playing, and everything they leave there will vanish when they finish playing and the computer takes a little nap. This helps the workers keep things neat and tidy because they only leave stuff they need while they're playing and have fun. And the best part is, every time they start playing again, they get a fresh and clean park to use. The sbin directory is a system directory that holds essential system administration binaries used for system maintenance and administration tasks. The name sbin stands for System Binaries. The binaries stored in this directory are typically used by the system administrator or the root user for system-related tasks. Imagine your computer is like a big team of helpers. Some helpers are really good at fixing things and making sure everything runs smoothly. These super helpers have a secret room in your computer called sbin. Inside this secret room, these special helpers keep all their special tools. These tools are like magic wands that can fix problems and do things that regular helpers can't do. These tools are so strong that they can even talk to the heart of your computer, called the kernel, which controls everything. Imagine you have a website. The website has pictures, text, and other things that need to be shown to people who visit it. All those things are stored in the S or V directory. Just like the restaurant storage area keeps food ready for serving, the S or V directory keeps data ready for programs to show to users. So, when you're setting up programs or services on your computer, you can use the S or V directory to store the data they need to work. It's a neat way to keep things organized and make sure everything is in the right place for the computer to serve to users. Imagine your computer is like a big control center, and there's a special room in it called sys. In this room, you can find all sorts of buttons and switches that control how your computer works with its different parts, like the screen, the keyboard, and the mouse. Imagine you're working on a big puzzle, and you need a table to put all the pieces together. The TMP directory is like that table. It's a special place where programs can put their temporary stuff while they're working. It stands for Unix System Resources or User System Resources. Think about a game you like to play on your computer. The pieces of that game, the characters, the levels, and all the fun stuff are stored in the USR directory. Or if you want to write a story, the writing program you use might be kept there too. Now, just like in a library where there are different sections for different types of books, the USR directory has its own sections. There's a place for games, a place for programs, and even a place for cool pictures that your computer uses. Imagine your computer as a city that's always busy and changing. The var directory is like a dynamic district in this city where variable data is stored. It holds files that change frequently as the system runs, including logs, databases, mail, and more. Just as a city evolves and changes over time, the var directory reflects the dynamic nature of a running Linux system. That's it for today. Hope I've helped you a little bit to understand the Linux basic directory structure. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. If you like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to my channel. And always remember, you are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and smarter than you know.